What's going on, everybody? Long time no see, no hear, all the above. This is Lewis Andrew with Squeaky Clean, and I wanted to send a message. It's been a lot going on, and this is going to be a long video. I can kind of anticipate it's going to be a long video. So what I'm going to do is break this up. It's mainly for my CBN members, but I'll probably put it on my main YouTube channel, which is Sherman Andrew Lewis Jr. on YouTube. It won't be on my Clean Success Academy or my Squeaky Clean. This is more of a main YouTube channel. So if you haven't already, make sure you like, subscribe, and share, and comment as much as possible. It helps me come up with other things to kind of talk about, because I already know what I have in my head, and I kind of assume everybody knows it. But if you guys give me comments in reference to some of the videos that I'm doing, or you say, hey, can you make a video about this? Maybe that's something I'll be able to put out there for you. But let's get with this video right here. Like I said, I apologize for it being long, but I'm going to break it up for you. So as you know, I picked up a large account, which is one of my larger accounts, and I am currently in the bidding for a larger account that's with the city. And that's really, really good and really, really big for me. I didn't anticipate making it this far. We were in the running, the last two in the running, so hopefully we'll hear word about that pretty soon. So that will be two really, really big, well, for me, really, really big accounts that we'll be bringing on. So just the logistics alone, trying to bring on a team to fill that void, and more than likely it's going to be an employee, it can be intimidating. Right? You know, we're still young, we're still new, but I've learned such, a great amount of information being in CBN and being in automations. And I swear, if I was not in automations and already had stuff in place, I would have lost my mind, especially this past few weeks. So I'll tell you what happened. So I've had some accounts that, all my accounts were filled. I wasn't doing any cleaning. Right now, as you can see, I'm in my gear, but I'm always in my gear, but I've been working. Like, I had to work this morning, I had to work this afternoon at another account, and then I have to go back to another account, well, the new account that we got, because we were able to upsell them on a huge carpet cleaning for their facility. And then I have my other team. Well, the other team is me, because I don't have anybody to fill that spot just yet, because it's more so of an employee spot. And I usually deal with subcontractors, but when it comes to accounts like this, I would rather put employees for the set schedule, the uniform, the training, and everything that goes into it. So I'm going with the employees route, and I'll probably do that with the other account, God willing, we get that one. So here's what's been going on. Probably about 2 or 3 of my subcontractors just gone. Either they have moved on to other things. Either the other one is I'm firing one. The other one is they put in their notice that at the end of the month they're going to be moving on. Well, at the end of the month they'll be into that account, which is fine with me. They've been great subcontractors, so I'll definitely put them in another account. This one is just not feasible for where they're located and the travel time and all this other stuff, and I understand that. And when it goes into it, and maybe I'll do a video about getting and kind of vetting your subcontractors for different accounts, right? And some of the things that I've learned about that. But I've had to work for the past week and a half in accounts, like Monday through Friday, even Saturday and Sunday. And I missed it to a point, but to another point, nah, I don't want to do this no more. I'd rather do the managing. I'd rather, have the systems in place where I can put people in them and I can go and supervise and oversee them, right? So this one account, which is the one we just picked up, my daughter works the first shift, which is in the morning, and the second shift, which is more 4:30 to 8:30. I'm working that until I get an employee in there, which I believe I have figured that part out. The other one is an account where it's a bi-weekly account, and the customer, they were supposed to clean not this past Sunday, but the Sunday before, right? And I tell my clients, if there's ever an issue or anything like that, let me know ASAP and I will take care of it myself. Well, I had sent an invoice to her late, so it was like a week late, which I hate doing invoices, but that's neither here nor there. So I sent the invoice week late. So I sent it on Sunday. I think it was Sunday. No, it was Saturday. I sent it Saturday. And she sent me a response saying, well, my place wasn't cleaned. And I'm like, what? Because the week before, the person that's a subcontractor said the app wasn't working that we use. And I said, well, fine, just send me pictures. Didn't send me pictures, and I didn't think about it. I just kind of pushed it to the back burner because all my subcontractors are supposed to send me pictures. It's another way of kind of vetting, making sure things were done. Something happens, the client says this wasn't done, they send me pictures, another way of verification. I didn't follow through like I should have, and now it came back to me. So she said it wasn't cleaned. I contacted the subcontractor. Subcontractor did not respond. I contacted that subcontractor Sunday. Today is Tuesday. So that subcontractor's fired. They don't know it yet, but they will be. I'm just going to pick up the keys. But the other thing is I had to go in and I had to do the cleaning. So I went on Sunday evening just to get it taken care of because it's a customer that I've had for a couple of years now. You know, it's a small account, bi-weekly, a little small retail store, clothing boutique. But it's a really nice, you know, account. Something that, you know, anybody can do. It takes maybe 45 minutes to get done. I went there, I took care of it, sent them pictures just to verify because she's an amazing client. She referred me to another account that I got recently that we just picked up. So I definitely wanted to make sure that she was okay. So what I will say about this is no matter how big or small, make all of your clients feel like they're important and they're the most important client that you have, right? Make them feel that way and they'll look out for you. I'm at my location so I can take my seatbelt off. So I took care of that, right? The other thing is that so that account is going to be taken care of, I need to get somebody in there. The new account that we picked up, which is, like I said, a small boutique, I have to put a subcontractor in there. So in the meantime, I'm cleaning it. Another small account takes me less than an hour to do, right? After that, there's this large account that's Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. It's a large account that I've broken up into two separate accounts for subcontractors. Somebody has the back half, which is the warehouse area where they have the bathroom. We have the bathrooms. We have the break area, which is the vending machine area and where they eat. And then on certain days we clean out. We don't clean out, we just empty the trash in some offices. So instead of making that one huge account, I made it two separate accounts because I wasn't finding a team that had the manpower to be able to handle the whole thing. So I broke it up. So it made it easier for me to find subcontractors for it. It's an account that we're going to have to go in and revisit because when I picked up the account, it wasn't as many employees that they have. It wasn't as much foot traffic. It wasn't as much dust. It's so many different dynamics that have changed about that account that it has to change. The scope of work has to change. The price has to change, and it's going to go up. So whatever they decide, I'm fine either way. I don't mind whether I keep the account or not, but if I do keep the account, it's going to be worth my time and it's going to be pricey. Just because I know what it entails and I know what they're going to need for that to happen. So I've been working that account also. The subcontractor that I had in there, she just said, hey, we can't do this anymore. So I had to pick that up, and that's in the evening, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. In addition to that, the back half on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I do because I haven't found anybody to do it, but it's really a 5-day-a-week account in the back half, the warehouse area where we do the restrooms and the break room. But I broke it up because once again, it was difficult finding somebody that was consistent and committed to doing it. So what I'm gonna do is revisit finding somebody. And I think I have a few candidates that have large teams that could probably take the entire account. Not sure if I want to do that yet. I don't like giving large accounts to people because once you give a large account to somebody solely, then when they back out or if they back out or whatever, you have to to have something in place where you can, keep that contract moving as if nothing ever happened. So I'm working on that. In addition to while all this is going on, my wife has surgery, so I had to be there to take care of her. My father-in-law had to go to the hospital, so my mother-in-law had to go back. So it's been a lot going on. But I say all this to say that no matter where we are, and you hear some of us, may have certain amount of revenue over, monthly, and a lot of the new people will hear that and say, well, they're making, 10,000, 15,000, 20, 25,000 a month. Wow, they're rolling, they're doing it. It's a lot of work. It really is, especially if you don't have the team and you don't have the systems in place. It's a lot of work to get to that point. And then you always have to be prepared, when you get all of your accounts filled with subcontractors or employees, at the drop of a dime, somebody could drop out, so you have to have either some type of manager or supervisor or whatever that can fill in. And if you don't, it's you, right? If not, you risk the thought of possibly losing that account, right? So you have to make sure you have those in place. So right now, the person that was that person is my daughter, who went away to the military. She just graduated. She's about to go to Germany. Shout out to my baby Destiny. But she's about to go away. So that was my person that was doing all that. So now I have to vet another person. And like I said, my wife had surgery. She was the other person. She's my backbone. She's the one that makes all of this make sense in my head, because I'll have an idea of what I think I should do and how it should go. And then I have to speak to my other half, my better half, that gives me a different insight that makes a lot more sense than my logical way. She comes with a more efficient way of doing it that doesn't require me to do all the work. I'm the kind of person, as a lot of us are being entrepreneurs, we do it all. And we can do it all when we won't say we can't do it all. And I have to get back to the point where I'm not doing it and I'm always putting people in it. But this is my baby, and I choose to take care of it until I can get the right person in each account. I don't like to just put anybody in there just for the sake of having a body in there, because you end up doing more work than not. So that's more so the gist of it. So right now I'm picking up some t-shirts, because today I was supposed to, my daughter, like I said, my bonus daughter had to go, and shout out to Janae for pulling the slack and doing all of this and helping me out. But she had to go to the emergency room. So I had to get up early in the morning, go to the job, the shift that she was supposed to be doing. In addition to that, which ended at 1, at 1:30, I have a carpet cleaning team to come into that same location to clean that location, to clean the carpet in the ballroom and in the lobby area. Once again, that's that new account that I was talking about. After that, the 4:30 shift starts, which is the shift that I was covering, right? So I'd have been working all day, in addition to the other account that we have to do the bathroom cleanings, which I was going to have to do after the 8:30 account. So I was going to be going all day. My wife was going to be home with my other bonus daughter, taking care of her, because I can't be there to take care. So it's a lot of stuff that we deal with, and we have to have systems in place. We have to have different kind of precautions and just backups for when stuff like this happens. Life happens to us all the time, right? And if we aren't prepared for that to happen, the phrases that I've heard a lot, and I'm not sure if this is the right way it goes, but if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. So you should always be developing your processes, your systems, and all that other stuff for things like this to happen. What do you do if somebody, and my watch is listening to me, what do you do if somebody calls out, right? What if you do if your subcontractor just quits on you? What do you do if your employee gets sick? What if you do if there's an issue that happens at one of your locations that isn't during your scheduled time? What do? You have to have all these things kind of in place and ready to go, so that your business keeps flowing and keeps moving without a hitch, right? So having systems in place, automations in place, staff members, whether it be operations managers, supervisors, or whatever in place, will help you get through those times. I thank and I praise AJ, CBN, and the automations for teaching me how to do all of the stuff that I'm doing right now. And by no means, and I want to put this caveat out there, I don't have it all figured out. It's not perfect. It's not always as smooth flowing as sometimes we make it seem. I'm always creating stuff to make my life a little bit easier, but sometimes I'm behind the power curve and I should have done it already, and then something happens and it makes me create something to avoid that situation from happening again, if that makes sense, if I didn't talk around in circles. But what I will suggest, continue to have your systems in place, have different alternate things in place in case something happens. Prepare yourself. You need to be preparing yourself to not be working in your business and working on your business. Thank God I was able to learn in automations how to hire VAs, how to manage VAs, how to create other systems so that when I have life going on, I have jobs going on, I can have my VAs handling certain things. Like, for instance, I created a staffing agency, which is called Clean Success Staffing Solutions, which is a VA staffing agency that's focused currently towards cleaning business owners to help them with their automations, well, their administrative stuff, cold calling, social media, stuff like that. The things that we think we can do, but don't realize that we can task that out to an executive VA, a social media VA, a cold calling VA. You can task that stuff out to them. Excuse me. That will save us so much more time. So right now, my staffing agency is to a point where my VA handles all of the VAs. Let's put it this way. My exec VA handles my staffing agency. So right now, we have a new client coming on board. We have a new VA task to go to them. We have another situation where one of the clients that we have wants to hire our VA from us, which is another dynamic that I have to kind of customize, because initially when I first started the staffing agency, it was I train the VAs, I send them to you, I kind of task them out, or you hire them and they're yours, right? But I didn't get a lot of traction from that, so I went to more of a subscription monthly model, and that picked up a great deal where people kind of like that. But we have some superstar VAs that that our clients want to just hire out for, outright, which I'm creating something for that now also. So being able to handle and do all of those things all at the same time would, like I say, normally overwhelm the person that isn't in CBN. It will overwhelm the person that doesn't follow AJ Simmons and the Clean Business Network, the person that isn't in automations or the lead generation or any of the services and courses that he has created. It would blow your mind how to manage all of that. But like I said, I have a VA that does all of that, and I learned that from the automations. And I just kind of took the information that AJ taught me, ran with it, added some things to it to make it work for me, and that's all I did. So with that being said, I'm about to pick up some shirts, go meet my carpet cleaner at this other location, and probably try to take a power nap, which is probably not going to happen. But it is what it is. We're entrepreneurs. We keep grinding. We keep going. We keep doing what we got to do to make this business work. And failure is not an option for me. So we're going to keep grinding and we're going to keep going. I'm going to break this video up into kind of some smaller videos so that it's not so long. But hopefully you got some information from it. You gathered some information from it. You learned something from it. If I was able to kind of help one person, then that's more than enough for me. I appreciate it, but do me a favor. If you found value in this video, like, share, subscribe to my YouTube one. Like I said, this is only going to be on the Sherman Andrew Lewis Jr., which is my main page, but I also have Clean Success Academy for YouTube, and I have Squeaky Clean LLC, and that's clean with a K. If you can see it, it's right here, Squeaky Clean LLC on YouTube. So do me a favor, like, subscribe, and share, and by all means comment. I love comments. I love interacting with people and kind of getting different viewpoints on the things that I talk about. So hopefully this was something that was beneficial to you. Also go to my website, squeakyclean1911.com. You can see, the things that we're doing. That way you can see about our Clean Success staffing solutions. You can see about mentorship program, which I have an awesome mentor kind of testimonial that I would like. I'll share that in another video. But she's doing awesome. She's already gotten a new account from being in my mentorship program, so I'm super proud of her. And we just have doing great things, and we'd like to share as much as possible. So definitely hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and make sure you comment. Till then, you guys have a wonderful day. Be blessed. Don't be stressed. Take care.